It's a lot better going fast on the track than it is on the street. It's a lot safer, and it's safer for everyone else as well. And you learn a lot more.
TSN's Motoring 2007 has been brought to you by Q from Quaker State. Unleash all your horses. And Michelin, a better way forward.
Wendy's Friday Night Football is back with a splash as the Saskatchewan Roughriders roll into Montreal to take on Calvillo and the Owls. Plus, Brian Williams sits down with new CFL Commissioner Mark Cohon.
It's the right place for me.
Wendy's Friday Night Football on TSN. The following is available in high definition.
Mississauga has been called one of the most successful cities in Canada. 1 year ago, it was success that Darryl Sutherland had trained for and would achieve, leading all the way to win the Mississauga Marathon. Meanwhile, with 1 kilometer to go, Natalie Goyer would pass a surprise Jutta Maralainen to win and set a course record. Our champions are back as Canon presents the Mississauga Marathon on TSN. The 2007 Mississauga Marathon, brought to you by Canon Canada. The city of Mississauga, leading today for tomorrow. RBK, Run Easy. And Grandin Toy, performance-enhancing offices. Bright and early on a Sunday morning, there is nothing quite like being part of what is fast becoming one of the biggest and best marathons in Canada. And hi, everyone, I'm Rod Black, alongside Peter Fonseca. Welcome to the Mississauga Marathon. And Peter, it is amazing, absolutely amazing, how far this race has come in 4 short years.
Well, Rod, because of great organization, great people, and fast times, a fast course, we've grown from the first year of just over 5,000 to this year we'll be breaking 10,000 in terms of participants.
The running gods have looked down on this race as well for the weather. It's another perfect day. What do you expect today?
Well, 4 years running, great weather, you're right, and what that does, it does bring those fast times. Last year we had a record. The men's record was broken at 2 hours and 31 minutes. This year, the top runners from all jurisdictions have heard about this, and they're here to break that record again.
The defending champion is back, and so too the biggest supporter of this race, the mayor herself, Hazel McCallion.
First of all, I want to thank all the volunteers. I'll tell you, this marathon would not be possible without the thousands of volunteers, right? Isn't that wonderful? People that are prepared to give of their time on behalf of everybody. Every year it's growing.
First elected in 1978, Hazel McCallion is a mainstay, a marathon politician. She's involved in all the weekend activities, including presiding over her own race, the Bayou Vale Hazel 5K, the night before the marathon.
So have a wonderful run, and I'm looking forward to the big one tomorrow. See you at the finish line, right?
I'm out with all my people, from the youngest to the oldest, because I just love people. And so it fits, I think it fits the way in which I operate as mayor in this city, and that everybody, all-inclusive. And this 5K run is all-inclusive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody.
And of course, the numbers have increased considerably. I don't know what the count is this year, but it's gone up every year. So it shows how popular it is. And of course, you know, we envy the Boston Marathon, and we're aiming to be as good as the Boston Marathon. The weather's beautiful, and, you know, right here in the beautiful Mississauga, the route is exciting, interesting for the runners, which I think is important. And it's going to be a great success.
Moments away from the start of the Canon Mississauga Marathon, stretching, warming up, that's Darryl Sutherland, last year's men's champion. Jutta Maralainen might have been the women's champion if not for that last kick by Natalie Goyer. Very interesting time as we get ready for the journey ahead, Peter Fonseca.
Yeah, a lot of excitement and nervous energy in these runners as they make their way to the front. As you'll see, Rod, many of the runners will put themselves in position where they think they're going to finish at the end of the race. So the top runners definitely will go to the front, and then other people will also corral themselves the way they're doing based on how they will finish at the end of the race, be it 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours.
There's the defending men's champion. And right behind him, the defending women's champion. We are moments away from the start of the 4th annual Mississauga Marathon, presented by Canon.
He kind of sloughed it off and didn't think it was an issue. Boy, big mistake.
We knew where he was having an asthma attack when he called. He was having trouble breathing.
He was gone. They couldn't revive him. It's horrible to hear that news.
It's something that you can control. It doesn't stop you, but it can kill you if you're not careful.
Call for a free asthma action handbook, because when you can't breathe, nothing else matters.
Canada's largest coast-to-coast mover, AMJ Campbell, has been moving households and offices locally and internationally since 1934. As the most trusted movers in Canada, AMJ Campbell is your source for your home, office, or do-it-yourself move. At AMJ Campbell, we treat your possessions like they're our own. AMJ Campbell is the only moving company that you can pay on your Sears card to earn Sears Club points. Thinking of moving? Call AMJ Campbell.
West of Toronto in the city of Mississauga, high above the start line at Square One. Expecting upwards of 10,000 runners. The focus on Darrell Sutherland. Can he do it again? Last year, unheralded runner went wire to wire. Here's the route, Peter.
Yes, Rod. One of the great things about the Mississauga Marathon is it does start up at Square One at City Centre at a very high elevation and works its way down to the lake, which is a lower elevation. And we've seen this race grow and grow in terms of participants because they keep hearing about the very fast times, and this route allows for that.
And of course, not only marathoners, but half marathoners and also the corporate relay part of this race. Just over 26 miles, 42.2 kilometers. And here we are, ready for the start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're off.
Yeah, here we go. What is this like? You've been here before. You've done that. What does that feel like, especially for an elite runner?
Well, the excitement, the energy, you just want to take off and run as fast as you can. But what you have to do is remember it's a long way, the marathon route, and you have to contain that energy and be able to spread it over the entire race.
So many of the runners out on the course. And like last year, guess what Darrell Sutherland is doing? He's setting the pace again.
Right to the front. Darrell, as we know, last year went fire to wire, so he led the entire race, and he'd like to repeat that, I'm sure, this year.
We'll catch up with him in a moment, but now these are runners who will not be breaking the ribbon at the finish line, but for them, it's really their own little journey, their own odyssey, something that they want to put in their heads as a personal best, and for many of them, This is their first marathon.
Yeah, I have to say, Rod, everybody that completes a marathon, because it's really the common man's Everest, is a champion, is a winner. And what's great about marathon running is that it's really advanced.